What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Super Rad Podcast. I'm Tooth.
I'm Squall.
You wish you were Squall? I'm joined with Nick, the Ox Curlock. So I was just about to say, Happy New Year!
Hey, you too, man.
This is the first podcast of 2013. So, we're alive still somehow. We made it through, what was that date?
We move around a lot.
Yeah, we do. What was it, December 21st? Wasn't that supposed to be the fucking rapture or whatever?
Was it the 21st?
I can't remember. I don't know.
That sounds right.
Yeah, but we made it. The Mayans were wrong. So, today's podcast, this is going to be the 2012 wrap-up, blowout, extravaganza of fun.
Sounds good to me.
I was trying to make it even longer, but I couldn't think of anything else. So today we're just going to go over basically our favorite video games, movies, comic books, and also our most played, our most read of all those subjects too. So probably going to have a lot of stuff that didn't come out in 2012. But that's how we spent our 2012.
That might be coming from my direction.
Yeah, it's all good. Well, a lot of my stuff too, though. So, all right, so we'll just start off first with video games then. I got a couple games of the year. Definitely Minecraft 360 edition. So glad it finally came to Xbox. Took a while, and they patched it up, and it's super crazy.
That wasn't out before 2012?
Not on Xbox. So
PC?
Yeah, so it came out in the summer for Xbox. And, man, just so awesome. That's also Mark's pick for Game of the Year. He couldn't be here. So we have a couple picks for people that couldn't be here, too. So that was his pick for Game of the Year. And I can definitely say me and him have wasted millions of hours. I don't know, like so much time.
I've seen it.
Yeah, you definitely have seen it. Also,
I'm not sure what the end result looks like now, but I know what it did look like.
Oh, the rape dungeon?
No, the rape dungeon was like, it seemed like that was the beginning.
Yeah, that was in the beginning, yeah.
And then the last time, I remember, there were like, you went from Jack Shacks to like...
Oh, Mark's Jack Shack, yeah.
Floating, by the next time I saw it, it was like floating castles.
Oh yeah, my floating glass fucking hideout in the sky.
You had definitely progressed a little bit.
Yeah, we started. Yeah, see,
you had a monorail.
Yeah, we did at one point. That's kind of cool that you actually got to see the progression of us like starting to like understand the game, you know, and like build like more intricate things.
Yeah, the beginning was just a few.
It was brutal.
A few crude buildings,
like stone square boxes that we called buildings.
Well, some of them had like torches.
Yeah, but I mean, they were still so very, very crude.
They were rudimentary.
Yeah. So, and then we started to get more and more intricate. And Mark now is building just insane shit. So it's really cool.
He's an architect.
Yeah, basically. What else? Oh, also games of the year. Walking Dead. It's. Oh man, so
which
good.
I also saw.
Yeah, you did. See, look at you. Oh, I haven't seen anything that came out this year.
No, I've seen a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't see much of that. You were just hanging out in a convenience store.
Oh yeah. Okay, so that was episode 1, I think. Yeah, it was. No, that game. Holy shit! Talking about putting emotions into a game, like. The story was just so fucking well written. The audio, like the voice acting was so on point. The quick time events were great. The graphics were awesome. It was so good. I can't wait for the second one, or the second season, I guess.
Is it its own story, or is it the story of the show?
No, it's its own story.
Oh, okay.
It has a couple people from the show in it. Like Glenn, the dude. Have you ever seen that show? I only recently got into it, so...
Yeah, I've been trying to, and then every time sometimes I'll catch it late at night on, I think it's Sundays.
Yeah.
Like whenever they're...
Yeah, that is, yeah.
Whenever they are re-airing it, and I just like, I want to watch it, and it seems interesting, but I just force myself not to, because if I watch it, I want to watch it from the beginning.
Yeah, that's good, yeah.
So
But
I haven't just like randomly watched I randomly watched like 20 minutes of an episode before,
Yeah.
just like due to lack of self-control. but I had no idea what was going on.
I can't stop myself.
I had no idea what was going on,
Right,
so it didn't
yeah.
really like matter.
Yeah, no, the game's its own thing, and it's great, man. It's a action adventure game, kind of like the old LucasArts click and point games, and like Secret of Monkey Island or like stuff like that. But it's not like as gnarly as like Myst, where it was first person and it's all puzzles. This is all like action adventure.
Myst.
Yeah, Myst. No, but it's great. Highly recommend playing it. I'm sure everyone who's listening to this probably has played of it or heard of it, because it was released in episodes and you could download them. And you download the first episode, whatever. People are like, oh, this is okay. And you got to the third episode, whatever, and people are just like foaming at the fucking mouth for it. And it became like this huge, kind of like, not underground, but it was never hyped up to be like, I don't know, like a AAA title. And it's sold like, I think the last time it was 8.5 million. I saw the numbers at.
But you download it, right?
Yeah, but they just came out with a disc version of it too, if you don't want to, with all the episodes, because they're done now.
Yeah, that's still what always confuses me, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's about like sales.
Yeah.
Call it downloads for my sake.
All right. Well, 8.5 million downloads then.
But
Yeah.
it also makes me think that people are like doing it illegally.
Yeah, right.
It's like-
You're so confused. You're like, well, I'm trying to do it how you said, man. So definitely those two games. Fez. That was see, you saw Fez too. That was a 2D puzzler, but it had the gnarliest mechanic ever, where if you hit a button, it would make it 3D and it would change the perspective.
But
It would rotate the entire.
But
Yeah.
it wouldn't just change the perspective. What you could go on and stuff was like based on the perspective.
Right.
It wasn't just like moving the camera around.
No, it was like everything would move.
In like a Nintendo 64 game or something.
Right.
Yeah, if the perspective shift made it look like a platform was there now, then physically a platform would like manifest itself.
Yeah.
This is not going to make any sense.
I know. That's why I was like, thank you that you started, like, because that was way better than what I had, though.
Just play it and then tell me how wrong that description was.
Yeah,
But
sorry.
I'm trying the best I can.
No, that's so hard to fucking.
Well, there's another game like it that my friend Drew had when he had a PS3. He downloaded one called Echo Chrome that was like...
Oh, you were telling me about that.
Yeah, it was the same sort of thing. Like, you were just a little guy walking around, and you'd shift the perspective of this, like, MC Escher looking thing.
Oh, wow.
And so there'd be a hole, but then you'd shift the perspective.
So the whole, yeah.
Like, say it was, like, concentric squares, but going up above themselves. There'd be a gap in it, so you'd shift the camera up so that you'd see the next layer underneath. But because that was there for the perspective, you'd walk right over it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's so cool.
And that's kind of how Fez is.
Right, right.
But Fez had these really cool, like, colors and
8-bit graphics.
but a weird, like Commodore 64, like, feel to it.
Yeah, and the music was amazing. It was this awesome ambient score. I can't remember who did it, but it sounded like Brian Eno.
Yeah, it sounded like music for airports.
Yeah, it really did.
It was really cool.
It was amazing. And that game was in, like, development, not hell, but, like, it was made by one dude. And he was been working on it for, like, 4 years.
Probably really late at night.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll talk about it later, because there's a movie about it, kind of. So
About the game, the making of the game?
yeah. It's insane. It's one of my favorite movies of 2012, so we'll talk about that, too. So what?
So I
Walking
did
Dead.
bear witness to all of these things. I just never
Yeah, you
played
did.
them. I'm kind of like the Watchers from...
Dead, Fez.
like Galactus will be eating a planet, but all I can do is watch.
You
a
just hang.
document. Yeah.
Walking Dead, Fez. What else came out? Oh, well, I guess I don't know if it counts, but I guess, never mind. Because it didn't.
Spit it out.
Well, Street Fighter Arcade Edition 2012, it was just like a patch for a game that came out 2 years ago. But it definitely changed characters and, like, made some more powerful and less powerful.
Find a way to shoehorn Street Fighter in there, huh?
Of course. You think I wouldn't? So those are basically my favorite games of 2012. I know I'm forgetting, like, I have to be forgetting something, and I'll try to bring it up later, and I'm going to be really pissed, but yeah, that was about my favorite games. Mike's was Pokemon Black and White 2.
I refuse to believe that.
Yeah, right. It might be. I don't know about Pokemon, so I can't really say if it was 1 or 2. 2 might not even be out yet, but
they've actually moved on to colors that like aren't part of the visible human spectrum.
Right.
They're like theoretical colors.
But his was Pokemon Black and White 1 or 2. I don't know, but that was his vote. I can't remember if I asked anyone. No, I think that was all for the video games.
I'm guessing those are probably pretty similar to the other like Pokemon games.
Yeah, like the ones for DS and stuff. Yeah. They just like kind of upgrade some things, I guess. Like I said, I don't fucking know, you know.
I assume there's gyms and you catch them all. And
yeah, that's what I'm guessing too. Yeah,
things of that nature.
Hopefully they didn't.
From what I understand, if they're not called like colors unless they're like the core basic like ones.
Oh, so it's like Magic. The core sets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Well, because there's
I know.
Pokemon Snap or.
Oh, awesome game for the 64.
Yeah, but they wouldn't call that. They wouldn't call something like Pokemon Turquoise and then have you be, going around taking pictures.
Yeah,
They'd have it be the traditional layout, I think.
Yeah. Oh, Tony. Massive.
If I get kneecapped by Mike when this comes out, then I was wrong.
Yeah. Oh, Mass Effect 3. I forgot to bring that up. Killer Sci-Fi. Everyone and their brother bitched about the ending. I don't know. I didn't really play it that much, but Tony and Zach play. Or no, Zach's on Mass Effect 2, but Tony played it a lot, and he wanted us to bring that up as his game of the year. So
that's like a Halo kind of deal. Or?
No, it's like a action RPG.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's not a shooter.
No.
All right.
But I guess it's like a really heavy sci-fi story. I haven't played any of them. I know. I'm lacking. I'm behind. I should.
I saw a documentary. It's like that Super Size Me guy that I'm not real fond of.
That Morgan Spurlock.
Yeah, he did like a Comic-Con thing, and
Mass Effect was.
It was like Mass Effect like cosplay.
Oh, weird.
I don't know how old that movie is, but they like won the like cosplay contest and all got to be like designers for like a Mass Effect movie.
Oh wow.
Like not even as like a prize, that's just like someone's like, that was really good, so we want to like get you on here.
Oh, that's cool.
It was Comic-Con.
Yeah.
I don't know, the documentary was probably called like Journey to Comic-Con or something.
Like I'm a huge douche by Morgan Spurlock.
Yeah, I'm not down with that guy.
But he sucks.
It was one of those documentaries where like there was no narrator though. So
yeah.
So that because there was no narrator, it couldn't be him.
Yeah, he couldn't like give himself an audio blowjob.
Yeah, none of that was going.
All right, enough Spurlock. So let's talk about our most played games in 2012. You know the one right off the bat.
What, for you?
For both of us, NBA Jam, man.
Yeah, that's far and away the game I played the most.
Exactly.
Which is really bizarre, but it's the truth.
Super Nintendo. What was it, 94? I think it came out.
Either 93 or 94, yeah.
That was definitely probably the game we played the most besides, for me, Street Fighter 2012 Arcade Edition. And, yeah, we played the hell out of some frickin' NBA Jam.
I put a bunch of time in on Super Nintendo.
Yeah, and Super Punch-Out, you put in a lot of hours on that.
No, not as many as you'd think.
Really?
That, like, I couldn't get past, like, I can't remember who it was. Well, I couldn't get past somebody, and it was just so discouraging to me that I, like, stopped.
In the championship circuit or whatever?
Yeah, I never, one of the...
The later ones, right?
Yeah, not the major, the special circuit, I think, maybe? Could have been the special circuit.
Yeah, I think that's the last one, isn't it?
But I had played that game a bunch in the past, too.
Yeah.
And then, there's always like the one person that can just rip through it, and that's Noga.
Yeah, not me. I tried. I thought, my NES experience with Mike Tyson, would put me at an advantage, but alas, it did not.
And I obviously played Chrono Cross.
Yeah, you beat it. You went through that.
Played, got Writer's Block and Xenogears.
Yeah.
Or got physically being apart from my game too much to be playing it.
Yeah.
Is what actually happened. played a lot of multiplayer stuff, a lot of Mario Kart, a lot of
Mario Party, yeah.
I played a ton of Mario Party.
Yeah. Mario Party, well, yeah, we played a lot of that. A lot of arguments.
Yeah, Mario Party 2 and 4.
Smash Brothers. We played a little bit of that.
Yeah, a little bit of Smash. But the ones I played the most are by far
Jam,
and I'd say Mario Party 2 happened way more than 4 did.
Yeah, we played a lot of Mario Party 2.
I don't know why everybody likes 2 so much.
Because it has all the mini games from 1, and then it has and it took out some of the shitty ones, and then it added more too. So it has like
and it has a ton of mini games, and then you only play 5.
Yeah, it seems like that every time we play.
Yeah.
It's really annoying, kind of.
Generally the 3-on-1s.
Yeah, which oh man, does not make me a happy camper.
And I made it. This doesn't count, but I like made it a point to play my Mother 3 ROM, but like never did it.
Oh man. I might have to send that over. We do not advocate use of ROMs, but when it comes to games like that where you have to, then
I spent all this time.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Translation patch and the
exactly.
whole 9, and as you can imagine, doing that on my home computer was.
Yeah, Nick's got a gnarly computer.
It was basically like a Grail quest.
That's sick.
And then like after I got done with all of it and it worked perfectly fine, I was just like. Just didn't do it.
Because you did all the hard work. And then you were done.
The battle system was just like, it's this timing thing with musical notes. You gotta go boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, I've never played it. I need to.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's on DS, right?
It came out in Game Boy Advance, I think, in Japan, but never in America.
Here. Yeah, I would need a controller to play it on my computer. It wouldn't work right with just tapping the keys. Yeah. I mean, I did play it. I didn't just never play it, but a computer's it's just different. I wanted to be
holding something.
Yeah, like sitting or like laying on my side playing a video, like
not like hunched over a screen.
But I did whatever. So maybe my game of the year was the game of finally making that work.
Yeah, there you go. That works.
It's a bizarre way of looking at it, but.
Well, and we've talked about all. So if we forgot anything, you can just listen back to the previous podcast where we talked about all the games we played, and I'm sure, like I said, I know I forgot a couple games that, like, blockbusters that came out this year, but no, like, I'm sorry, I don't like Call of Duty Black Ops, I don't like Halo 4, I don't like, that's where people are probably like, what the hell, you forgot those? No,
that's just not really your scene.
I don't play those games. Yeah, exactly.
Lost Odyssey's not from this year, is it?
Nah.
Okay, I was trying to think, I know you were
high
on that.
Yeah, I'm pretty far in it. It's long as hell, and I'm still going in it.
But you were super high on it, too, as far as, like, being awesome.
Yeah. But then like Resident Evil 6 turned out to be like a dud, like all these huge games.
You were really fired up for that.
Yeah, we even did a video on the preview of it.
Well, I was fired up on it too. Even with no,
Yeah, now it turned out to be a fucking
way your intent of playing it.
Dud. It was like Die Hard with zombies. It's retarded. Just not into it, man. So no, I forgot those because I didn't forget them because I just
they were
not my scene.
They were purposefully left out.
Yeah, I just don't like them. So sorry.
Not all purposely, purposefully.
All you Call of Duty and first-person shooter fanboys that are shitting your pants. Sorry, homeboys and homegirls. But like I said, I'm sure I forgot a couple big games. So you can just go back to the other podcasts and you'll probably hear us talk about them. So, because we talked a lot, over 2012, we talked a lot about like previews of big games that were coming out too. So, like I said, I'm sure I forgot some. But
Pro Skater 7. I don't know, I just made that up.
Oh, I was like, what? Because they redid Pro Skater for 360.
I played a lot of Pro Skater 2, and you played a little bit.
Oh yeah, I did forget about that. And some classic JRPGs. Like, I went through. Was it Final Fantasy 8? Yeah, I went through 8 again this year, but that was like in the beginning of 2012. So
you almost got into Tactics again a little bit, but then
I knew
you saved yourself before.
Yeah.
Oh, you went through Symphony of the Night.
Yeah.
You went through Parasite Eve.
Just one, not two.
Yeah, just one.
2 sucks ass.
You went through Resident Evil 2.
Yeah. Went
which is
through.
never a bad thing.
Hell no. Yeah, this was kind of the year of the PlayStation for me. I got one again and just started building up my collection, so that was cool. But yeah, those are our games of the year and the games we played the most in 2012. Leave us a comment of what your favorite game or what game you played the most in 2012 was. We want to hear from you guys.
Or favorite game of 2012.
Right. Yeah.
If you actually want to do this properly.
Nah.
Not like me.
Nope. It wouldn't be super rad if it was done normally. So. Well, you went to the movies a lot in 2012. I didn't really go that much, but you went a lot. So you're gonna be our resident film critic this year. What were your favorite movies of 2012?
Well, the thing with me is none of them were misses because, like, I have a very small immediate family, and, like, the other two members of it also like science fiction movies and like things with superheroes, so family movie trips usually work out pretty well for me.
Right, they sound pretty rad.
There weren't really any duds. I mean, I'm trying to think back on what I saw. Prometheus, The Avengers, that was actually with you.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome.
The Dark Knight Rises, The Hobbit. That was actually for my birthday.
Tom Hanks.
Oh, Cloud Atlas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there weren't really any misses in there.
No.
Cloud Atlas I liked a lot.
Well, yeah, what was your favorite? Or not favorite, what do you think was the most... I don't know, because there's a difference between, say, like, enjoyable, because, like, you know, like, Avengers, you know, it's just, like...
It was really enjoyable.
Exactly, but, like, you know, it might not... It's not fucking... You're not winning an Oscar for, you know what I mean? So...
Yeah.
Do you think that Cloud... what was it? Cloud
Atlas?
I keep want to say Cloud Nothings. Shout outs. But do you think that was the best movie that you saw?
Cloud Nothings, if you got an album or something that came out this year.
Oh, they had like 3.
A little free publicity. I know you played on like Jimmy Kimmel Live or...
Yeah,
or
and they played in Central Park, but... Cleveland band that blew up and got huge, but...
yeah, Cloud Atlas is probably the one that I liked the most, because I didn't know what I was really getting into going into it. I mean, I obviously, like, knew...
A little bit.
I knew a little bit about the book it was based on. And I knew about the general premise, but that was the one, like... You know what you're going to get with, like, The Dark Knight Rises.
And The Avengers.
Yeah, and even, even Prometheus, it was better than I thought it would be.
Me too. I really liked it. And a lot of people didn't, but...
Yeah,
we'll talk about that after...
a ton of people that saw it in theaters.
We'll talk about that after what you're going to say about Cloud Atlas.
Yeah, but I saw all those movies with my sister, and we both liked all of them. But Cloud Atlas is the one where, you know, we were having a couple beers beforehand, and we're like, this could be like... Oh, and all the movies I saw are like 3 hours.
I was just going to bring that up.
Yeah, they all really are. And Cloud Atlas is the one where we were kind of looking at each other like, okay, this could be the time that we, like, falter. You know, like, this could be the bad one on this huge run of good movies that we've... Like, we've been on a streak of seeing good movies, probably dating all the way back to X-Men First Class.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you've been on a hell of a run.
Yeah, I haven't really missed on anything. Yeah, Cloud Atlas was just... It was a little, like... I don't know, self-important, or you gotta just have to, like, look past that. If you go into it with a mentality of, like, I'm gonna have some sort of religious experience with this movie, then, like...
Yeah, you just gotta go in. That's how I went into Prometheus. I just went with no expectations. Like, you know, I was like... Obviously, I read about it, you know.
Yeah.
But, like, the whole time, you know, I was just like, you know, fuck this.
Dude, that movie had a weird vibe to it, man.
I know, the whole time, it was just like... I liked it a lot, man. Yeah. But, like... We both just said, like, 2 seconds ago, man, there was some backlash against that fucking thing.
Well, my friends Drew and Lucy saw it while they were vacationing in the Outer Banks, and I don't know why you would do that.
Yeah.
It's like, so they didn't enjoy it too much. I liked it a lot. Other people I've talked to liked it.
I really, really liked it.
Some of the, like, wide, sprawling shots were really, really cool, and I thought it was pretty well acted.
Yeah.
The worst acted movie that I saw was probably Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, there's definitely some monologues in it where I was just like, hurry the fuck up.
That's Christopher Nolan or both Nolans or whatever. They needed to get the whole cast together one day and be like, listen, man, you all just need to like
chill out.
Yeah, everybody just needs to calm down, man. And then there doesn't need to be Alfred monologues and like
every 2 seconds.
And like that shitty kid from like 10 Things I Hate About You.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just like when I looked in your eyes.
That's
man,
the one I was talking about. That I was just like, when is it gonna be over? As soon as he opened his mouth, and they like start to do the slow zoom. I was like, motherfucker.
See, they just took it too far with that. Clown House, on the other hand, was like, you know, even some of the really like avant-garde stuff and over-the-top stuff, like it was everybody like kind of like kept their pants on as far as the acting goes. You know?
Well, I mean, Batman was, you know, I actually have not seen the whole thing.
Oh, wow.
Well, me and Wyatt were watching it the other night because he finally got it, and I passed out when, what's his name? When Bane was escaping from the prison as a little kid.
Oh, okay.
That's as far as I got. But,
well, there's something that I can't.
Well, there's a giant thing at the end that I have not seen, but I'm gonna watch it. I think on Sunday with him. So.
Ooh, speaking of giant things at the end, sorry, I'm not really keeping this as structured as it should be for the best of, but
no.
I'm kind of scatterbrained as you.
Have you been on this this quote unquote show before?
Well, I just can't. You know, I get a little scatterbrained. But as far as shocking endings go, I remember that woman at the Jeans place was like, make sure you stick around.
For the Avengers, yeah.
And they were like sitting around in a diner, and I was like, okay, that was kind of funny. But then we stuck around for like
the second one.
And that was, I'm assuming, is going to be the Infinity Gauntlet, or at least Thanos is going to be involved in some way. That was
fucking insane. And to think like...
And they're doing that right now. Like, I know Fantastic Four had like a movie with Silver Surfer in it.
Yeah.
Like, some Galactus.
A Rise of Galactus.
Yeah, but it was
whatever.
Like a Galactus, like, esque, like, cloud. Yeah. It wasn't even, like, actually him. But that looked like, it was, like, literally...
No, it was him.
It was Thanos, like...
Like, I'm about to fuck shit up.
Yeah, so... And if they do that, and if they keep on the staff of the Avengers movie,
it's gonna be fucking insane.
Yeah, that'll be so cool.
Dude, how sick was Hulk in the Avengers?
Yeah, that guy did dude, Hulk's been vastly improving.
I know, right? He was like the fucking bottom of the barrel, and then he seriously has just been like gradually just getting like better and better.
I saw that Eric Bana one in theaters.
Oh jeez.
And that woman, I can't remember that actress's name.
Wait, is that the super bad one?
That one's horrible.
That's the worst one, and then the Edward Norton one is where it starts to get. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
But the first one had that. I can't remember the actress's name, but I'm like in love with her.
Jennifer Connelly.
Yeah, and even that couldn't save it. And then the second one, the movie was a lot better, but they got rid of her. They replaced her with Liv Tyler, who's actually also been growing on me.
Dude, come on, man.
Yeah, but I was never like super into
Lord of the Rings?
Tyler when I was younger. And that's what I think. I
was going to say.
I think she like thickened up a bit or something.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And she's in The Strangers, which is so fucking scary, but
let's not... That's when they're in like a cabin.
No, they're in a house. It's so scary.
Okay, I remember seeing previews for that.
It's terrifying.
So yeah, the Hulk...
Yeah, dude.
The Hulk is a character that's been on a steady... We'll put that...
He's on the come up.
We'll put that on our Millennium in Review.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, the Ang Lee one with like a 3-headed dog monster is not good.
Yeah, it's brutal, man.
Edward Norton one...
Yeah, not too bad.
It's watchable.
Yeah, for sure. No doubt. Definitely watchable.
But yeah, the guy that played it in the Avengers...
Spot on.
Did it to a T.
Sick Bruce Banner.
Captain America was casted correctly.
Yep, same dude. Or yeah, well, obviously they brought all the guys back.
I guess Tony Stark was casted correctly because I don't like Iron Man and I don't like Robert Downey Jr.
Hey, there you go.
So that worked out fine.
He had a couple funny parts.
Thor, I mean, I don't know, Clay Matthews had to play football, so he wasn't available.
That'd be so awesome if they actually got him.
I'm sure he was asked.
And then I didn't really like Black Widow, whatever, you know.
I liked looking. I mean, I don't
really care about the character. No, I think everyone's thinking.
Dude, she just rolled with like a Glock, man.
Yeah, you could just feel like
there was like
magic things happening. Yeah,
that movie it was fun though. That was just really fun.
It was fun. Movie. It was fun as fuck. I was like super hyped when we saw it.
The best gun scene though was when the Tesseract opened its like hole to the other.
Oh yeah.
And they're doing this like 360 panoramic shot. Like Thor's like swings his hammer.
She like yeah.
Hulk like maybe cracks his knuckles or something, and then like Black Widow's just like. And I just lost it, man.
Yeah, there was many times in the theater when we just kind of like lost our shit. But that's why, because it was so fun. It was such just a fun movie. It was
like,
rad.
When Loki had that one cool monologue, that's when it got kind of like heavy.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm gonna like make him kill you in like the most terrifying ways because like all this like shit.
But then he tried to do it again, and then Hulk just smashed his face. He's like, puny
like,
God.
3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really, really cool. And the Iron Man Thor fight was cool.
Oh, fuck yeah, that was awesome. And the Hulk Thor fight.
So if I had to rank them, I'd say Avengers the most fun, Cloud Atlas the best, Prometheus really, really good, and then, yeah, The Hobbit and The Dark Knight Rises were good, but just...
what you expected out of them.
Yeah, and no more.
Right.
No more. I didn't like I wasn't like happy for a week after seeing them or anything.
They didn't have like an epiphany in the movie theater.
Yeah, there was no epiphanies going on.
Well, killer, yeah, because like I said, I don't really go to the movies. So I saw Avengers with you, and I saw Silent Hill when the night it came out on, and that was pretty bad.
Oh, thank God this got tied back into video games. Aren't all the movies supposed to be really bad? I know you like the first one.
No, the first one's good. The first one's watchable. It's like a good movie.
I think I've heard other people say that they're bad.
It's like a 7. It's not. They're not like Resident Evil movies.
Those are horrible.
Yeah, no, they're not. They're not even on that level.
Oh,
but
dude.
The first one is watchable. Yeah, dude. No.
I'm giggling about Resident Evil over here.
Yeah, it fucking sucks ass. But Resident Evil 1, I think, is a good movie. It's watchable and I like it. But the second one was like super fast. No, it was just super fast. Like the acting was really bad.
Yeah.
And like they CGI'd the shit out of it this time.
Yeah, and they kept doing like these angles. Like I'd imagine what like Jason Statham's like Crank series would be.
No, not really. They were doing like the video. They were doing like Silent Hill like angles.
Is that
the cinematography was sick in the second one too? Because like
I'm talking about Resident Evil.
Oh yeah. Okay. No, they were still doing like the Silent Hill like video game shots. So it'd be like. It would look like kind of like a tank control, you know what I mean? It was cool.
Gotcha.
And the second one stayed really close to the games, to Silent Hill 3, but it couldn't save it because. And then there was like a fight at the end that was just like so fucking whack, dude. That I can't even. Dude, it was bad, man. But yeah, it was like a 4 out of 10, and the first one I'd say is like a 7. So. But those are like the only 2 movies I saw. Avengers and Silent Hill Revelation, I think it was called.
Is 3 not one of the better games there?
Oh, 3 is like the best one.
Oh,
besides
really?
2, yeah. In my opinion, at least. But it's the highest regarded also by like fans of the series. So, I mean, yeah, they kind of let us down, but it's alright. We had Avengers and all those other fucking cool movies, so. Well, thank you, Nick, for our movie year of movies, movie year.
I saw all the movies I was expected to see.
Yeah, no, I'm glad someone did. Because I did not. So, well, tying into the Avengers, we're talking about, next up we'll have our favorite comics that came out in 2012, and I guess our most read comics, and comics we recently got into, and all that stuff. My favorite run this year, and this just came out, it's still going into 2013, is Punisher Warzone. It's by Greg Rucka and, hold on, Carmine Di Giadomaccio, I think that's how you say it, does the art. I can't say it. But it's just awesome. It's basically Punisher gets kind of framed up, and the Avengers are they're like, oh, we gotta bring him in, you know? And, yeah, Punisher didn't do it, so he's not fucking having it. But...
Punisher's not laying down for the man?
No, not even fucking close.
I thought he usually did.
Oh, are you kidding me? No, but, and it's kind of cool, too, because, like...
Di Giandomenico. Carmine Di Giandomenico.
Okay, there we go. Thank you.
Probably Probably closer than you were, but still off by a mile.
No, the art is great too. So basically, you have Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, Wolverine, and Spider-Man going after Punisher. And Wolverine kind of is like, I know you didn't do it, but everyone else is like, all right, fuck this, we're bringing them in. And as usual, Frank Castle does not have a single fuck to give. But number 3 is gonna be a run of 5 issues, and number 3 only came out on Wednesday, and today's what, January 11th? Yeah, so it came out on Wednesday.
But it at least started in 2012.
It started in 2012. Yeah, the first 2 issues are in 2012. So
sneaking it right at the end there,
dude. I thought, the next thing I'm gonna talk about was gonna be my favorite, but Punisher being my favorite, quote unquote, well, he's not a superhero, he's an anti-hero, but favorite comic book guy, I guess you would say.
Comic book character?
Yeah, they just came out of fucking left field with, and Greg Rucka is sick, too.
So they just started Punisher Warzone?
Over again.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's just
and they did that with everything, more or less.
Well, yeah, DC did, but it seems like Marvel was doing it, too.
But they just didn't have a name for it. They didn't call theirs the New 43.
The New 52, yeah, or whatever.
Like
So
they followed suit, but
not to a T. They didn't do it with like DC totally scrapped every single they took every single one back to 1.
Yeah.
And Marvel didn't do that, so.
But
we were just talking about, that new Spider-Man came out on Wednesday too, so they started him back at 1 also.
And the DC stuff decanonized everything that's before these.
Yeah,
they're starting from scratch.
Yeah, I'm almost positive they did. See, we need Zach here. Zach could tell us about it.
Well, it sounds like that makes sense, right?
Yeah, but my other favorite books of 2012, because each one is different, is the Before Watchmen series. But my 2 specific favorite ones would have to be the Comedian and Rorschach. Comedian's by Brian Azzarello and J.G. Jones, and Rorschach is by Brian Azzarello and Lee Marejo. And of all the ones I've read so far, these are my favorite.
You put Watchmen on something, and that's pretty lofty.
You gotta you can't fuck around,
pretty lofty
dude.
Expectations.
Exactly. So, they more than, in my opinion, they have more than taken care of business so far. I don't think any of the runs are done yet. But they're just doing amazing jobs with them. Great. As is just what the title implies. It's all the stories of what was going on before Watchmen.
And they did one for all of them?
Yeah. Comedian, Dr. Manhattan. They even did, lesser known characters, who's the money guy?
Dollar Bill.
Yeah, Dollar Bill. And,
but he's from, the Minutemen.
Yeah, they did a full... there's a full Minutemen one, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So each of the Minutemen didn't get their own thing. They just did that one as Minutemen.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And then I'm assuming there was, a Night Owl.
Right. Silk Spectre.
Silk Spectre 2.
Right. Ozymandias.
Yeah, I still don't know how to pronounce that.
I think that's right.
And I've read Watchmen, several times.
Yeah, 6 times.
Does it come out of the closet before Watchmen, or?
I don't know. I think I only have number 1 of that one, but there's so many. That's why.
But he's probably going to.
Yeah, I would think so. But Comedian and Rorschach are the ones that I've been keeping up with, because if I was to go keep up with every single one, I'd have to take a loan out. You know what I mean? Because there's a good 11 or 12 different ones.
Gotcha.
And.
Well, they're not going to disappear,
But I've been getting the variant covers because, I think they've been great, and
it's just something you wanted to do.
Yeah, I wanted to get the special covers, and I've been getting the special covers of all the Comedian and what's it called, Rorschachs. So, but those are my
Rorschach one's got to be heavy.
Dude, you have no idea. I'll let you read it. It's fucking insane.
I imagine there's probably some death.
Just a couple. But those are my 2 favorite books of the year. I know Before Watchmen's kind of cheating because it's so many different books, I guess, but
yeah, it still counts.
Yeah, and I think Brian Azzarello almost wrote the stories on almost every single one, I want to say. So, but yeah,
they intertwine with each other and stuff.
It's like
crossover,
right? But totally pick those up. Those are.
Oh, Oh, are you talking to me or to
both?
Our adoring fans.
Our adoring fan, both. Like, if I'll let you borrow them, but everyone out there just.
Well, obviously, I'm gonna read them eventually.
Right. Like, if you're a fan of Watchmen, you know, obviously get them, and if you're a fan of Marvel, honestly, because this Punisher Warzone has everyone included, you know, just pick them up. They're still coming out. Wednesday's new comic book day. Go to your local comic spot and rip them.
Do it.
Do it. And speaking of comics, an awesome event we went to in 2012 was the Black Friday sale at Carol and John's. That was a fucking fun time.
Yeah, that was, they had an H&R Block next door taken over.
Commandeered it.
Yeah.
There was a Targus. The Targus was in there from Doctor Who.
Yeah, they definitely annexed, like, an H&R Block and, like, filled it with, like, Mountain Dew and pizza. And,
free pizza.
And, like, back issues.
Yeah, that were $1 a piece, dude. It's so killer. We all got so much stuff from. I couldn't even start to explain my haul from that. I'm still going through it. So it's insane. But shout outs to Carol and John's in Cleveland, Ohio. My favorite comic book spot, personally. They're the best. So much, I don't know.
It was crowded
as
too.
Fuck.
I wasn't expecting it to be like that.
Yeah, and a raffle every hour was so cool. So much cool shit. So thank you guys so much.
Yeah, people were getting kind of rowdy too.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. It was a great time.
The excitement was in the air.
Super fun time.
But I'll tell you one feeling that was pretty foreign to me at a comic book store is usually when you're like flipping through back issues, you're not like getting in someone's way or vice versa.
I know, right?
That, like, I don't think
we're shoulder to shoulder in that bitch.
I don't think that's ever happened to me before.
I know. That was a really fun time, and there was what was it? Me, you, RC, and Zach all went.
Yeah.
So that was fun. Yeah, 2012, we got to do and go to a lot of killer events. That was one of them. The other one we got to be a partner in, which was CCAG, Cleveland Classic Gaming and Arcade Convention.
We didn't really uphold our end of the bargain on that one.
Yeah, we did. Bullshit.
Well, we donated stuff for a raffle.
Yeah. And we provided coverage of it, too. And
we showed up.
Yeah. Well, some of us showed up. No, we all showed up, but some of us were quite fucking intoxicated by the end of it. No, but CCAG was sick, you know. It was on Fairview.
Like, oh, that was a blast.
Yeah, we got to be a partner in it. That was so fun. We got so many cool games.
Another thing that was way more crowded than I thought it would be.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to expand next year, so which we're going to be a partner with next year, so... Yeah, that was amazing. Thank you, Mike, and everyone involved with CCAG for letting us be partners. Like, that was... Or a sponsor, rather.
Maybe the IX Center for 2013.
Yeah, I don't think it's that fucking crowded.
Hey, man.
No, it's good. It's good to think like that. No, we had a blast there. We got a lot of footage. We have a video podcast of that. What was that? Super Ed 9? I don't know. That was a while ago.
It was in that range.
Yeah, 7 through 9. But if you look... in our videos, it's CCAG Blowout, so check that out. We had a fucking blast, man. That was great. The other event we got to do is our first event we got press passes for was UmaCon 2012. So me and Mike went up to Detroit to cover that, and that was a lot of fun.
The D.
It was kind of a debacle on both ends. I got really sick, and then you can... listen to Super Ed Podcast number 14 for the entire story. I'm not going to go into it, but thank you guys. Thank you, UmaCon, so much for giving us press passes. Like, that's kind of something you can check off, like, I guess, the bucket list, you know, of, like...
Everybody was just playing Def Jam Vendetta.
Yeah, right. Sure, I call Method Man. No, but, like, that's kind of something you can check off the bucket list, you know, like, get press passes to one of the biggest, like, anime and video game conventions, like... in the country. So I mean, yeah, that was a dream come true. Thank you guys so much.
It's anyone's bucket list.
That's what I'm saying. Like, not even if you're not into, like, I don't know, video games or anime or whatever, you know, tabletop gaming or whatever. Like, it was just, I don't know, when you got those press passes in your hand, you're like, whoa, holy shit, like, this is real. Like, I don't know, it was really surreal the whole time. So.
And that one would probably be, I mean, I wasn't there, but it seems like that would be cooler than Comic-Con, just because...
It wasn't as crowded, or like, I mean, there was still 14,000 people there, but...
But I think it was 14,000 people that, like, weren't just there for...
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people go to Comic-Con. I think now it's, like, so huge that people go just, like, to see what's, like, to people watch. Or
yeah, exactly. No, these were like, definitely all fans.
UMacon's probably what Comic-Con, like, used to be.
Exactly.
Which is still gigantic.
Right.
Comic-Con's, like, a cultural phenomenon now.
Yeah.
Like, people that have never read a comic book or played a video game, I'm sure a lot of them have, like, heard of it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So, yeah, UMaCon is definitely, like... You know, as corny as it is, it's like for the fans, like by the fans.
I didn't know what it was until you told me about it.
But it's totally like that.
It's in the Midwest, which is kind of cool.
It's in the D. Yeah, no, it was cool that, you know, like hotel rooms and so, like hooked it up and everything, so that was gnarly too. So I don't know, they definitely like took care of us. But go listen to Super Rad Podcast 14 for the whole rundown on UMaCon. But I had to bring that up because, you know. It's something we did in 2012, and it was the first of hopefully many events that, you know, we get press passes for. So yeah, we did get to do a lot of cool shit. Super Rad got to do a lot of cool shit in 2012. I mean, we started it in 2012, you know. The first one I think was in February. It was when we did the very first podcast.
Got off topic then. We got off topic now.
You bet your sweet ass, my friend.
That's consistency right there.
Exactly. Where else would you go?
Talking to you, Dion Waiters.
Where else would you come for fucking scatterbrain topics all over the map? We got you covered.
Sure. What are they talking about this time? Oh, they're going down the rabbit hole again.
Yeah, it's sure like someone's talking about like Ja Rule, like son of a bitch.
Go make a grilled cheese and come back.
Yeah, like 10 minutes.
Maybe they'll be saying what video game from 2012 they like.
Yeah, maybe they'll actually talk about like what Evertooth wrote in like the subject line of the YouTube video.
You know, man, you don't get it. I'm just gonna tag everything.
Yeah, so
it's okay.
That's us. So fuck it.
It's the way it goes.
It is. But thank you guys for every single person that has fucking liked us on Facebook, followed us on Twitter, left us comments, talked to us in real life, like all that shit. Like you guys have made Super Rad the dysfunctional podcast that you decide to listen to. We don't know why, but no, thank you guys so much. You know, we got 1 year down the hole, so hopefully many more.
There's going to be more prizes in 2013.
Yeah, we got to start giving shitty things out to good people.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Goosebumps VHSs. Okay, maybe not that. Okay, maybe not that. That was just the first one I saw, like, on the... No, like, I feel like more people need to know about, like, 95 Cleveland Rocks.
Oh, yeah. I would agree with that.
Okay, alright, we'll talk about this off pod, because we don't...
Let's just say there will be maybe a few things available for what we don't know yet.
Exactly, we gotta hook up the dedicated listeners and viewers. So in 2013, I guess you can expect on the podcast the same old bullshit. We're gonna have a shit ton more videos out. The podcast will be up on iTunes and Stitcher soon.
Maybe that clandestine playthrough will finally.
Yeah. Shut up. Yeah. Like I said, videos, hopefully. No, but the podcast will be up on Stitcher and iTunes soon. We're getting a Podbean account, so then we're going to be semi-legit. So
we'll also do a book it as soon as we decide what the hell it should be
we
about.
will do another book it because, okay, yeah, we don't have much time left, but I think we can both say that Ready Player One was our favorite book of 2012.
Well, that was sort of like, no pun intended, ready-made for, like, doing a book it.
Yeah.
The next one's going to have to be a bit more of a reach.
Yeah, we'll have to go into the vault and... Well, now that I work at the library, I'll have to browse.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
I do want to bring book at the back, though. That is a great fucking...
So there'll be some more, idea. There'll be some more different kind of stuff. Hopefully.
Yeah, there will be. And, like, who knows, we might have, like, another new kind of... show or whatever. So yeah, that's basically the 2012 Blowout. Again, thank you guys so much for sticking with us in 2012. Stay with us in 2013. We'll continue to disappoint.
I really appreciate it. I gave up on myself a long time ago.
Exactly.
Not on this podcast either, just in general.
And the internet, you guys like us. I don't know why, but thank you.
Keep it up, internet.
Y'all some good peeps.
I'm proud to have the support of a classy place like the internet.
Exactly. No one ever does bad things on the internet. But yeah, if you like this and the rest of our stuff, make sure to follow, like, and subscribe. You can follow us on Twitter at @TheSuperRad, and that's where you can get our most up-to-date news as soon as it happens, like as soon as videos come out and stuff, and other thoughts that come into my dumb head about video games and other things. So.
And I'm not getting trolled nearly as much as I wanted to be, so get on the stick. You got any jerk friends?
Man, I thought I did. It's sad that they're like somehow good people. It's like really stupid.
Well, no, not you specifically. If you listening have any jerk friends.
Oh, well, I thought like my jerk friends were going to troll us. You know what I mean? That's what I said.
If you know anybody that might have ever like gone down on all fours behind someone while somebody else pushed them.
Oh, my favorite.
Like have them listen to this and then like share their thoughts with us on every medium.
That's what I'm so bummed about that didn't happen in 2012. I didn't get to witness that. So on that note, that's what we're signing off for podcast number 15. Thanks for listening, guys. I'm Tooth.
I'm Nick.
And get rad.
Stay rad.